Hello everyone, I'm Vox Ad Acta, and welcome to today's episode of Vox Reads from the Archives of Reddit. Today I'll be reading some stories about tabletop role-playing games gone horribly wrong. This is a story from about 6 months ago, called Being That Guy to Thwart That Guy, submitted by poster named Throwaway1648936. I have a friend who's like a sister to me. We've known each other since we were babies, but she's actually the one who introduced me to D&D. Her family ended up moving, but we still saw each other a few times a year for long weekends and stuff. During one of these weekends, we went to a local shop and decided to join an open game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. They were just starting a one-shot campaign, and we quickly rolled up our characters. My friend was an elven bard, and I was a half-orc barbarian. In the party, there was also an edgelord tiefling rogue, who will be the center of the story, and a dwarven ranger. I'm assuming the rogue's friend in real life, based off how okay he was with the edgelord's antics. Almost immediately, the edgelord is being creepy towards my friend. Like even during character creation, he was hitting on her and telling her how she's much hotter than all the other girls I've ever seen, and how he can't believe she's actually into D&D, and how much money she could make if she did porn. My friend dismissed him gently because she's a nice person who wants to have people like her and doesn't want to cause drama, but I tried to get him to lay off. To which he only said things like how I'm just jealous of what they have going on and I'm just sick of being in the friend zone. After a few hours of questing to rid a town of a cult, we find ourselves in the tavern, as all adventuring parties do. The table seemed okay so far, other than the edgelord hitting on my friend, but nothing too atrocious yet. I'm drinking with a dwarf, and my friend is singing to earn our beer money. Out of nowhere, the edgelord approaches her from behind between songs. "You're so sexy when you sing. Wonder how much sexier you'd be moaning my name." My friend replies, what? The edgelord maintains intense eye contact with my friend while speaking to the DM. "I persuade her to let me fuck her, stupid." The DM, much to my shock, says, "Well, roll persuasion." I looked at the DM and said, "Seriously? You're just gonna let this happen?" The DM, who clearly wanted to see this play out, said, "I'm not doing anything. It's the dice and the players that decide everything." They roll, and of course my friend's charisma-based bard rolls higher than the edgelord's rogue by like 10 after bonuses. The DM interprets that as thus: "The bard is mildly aroused by his words, but doesn't want to cause a scene." What the fuck? So the edgelord gleefully continues, "I guide her to a dark corner behind the bar, out of eyesight of everyone else, and pin her to the wall." The DM declares that they needed to roll strength, because I guess he was too lazy to look up the rules for grappling. Both my friend and edgelord had strength as a dump stat, but the rogue won. He celebrated and laughed and was really excited. He says, "I start to remove my pants," and proceeds to very descriptively explain how he's about to rape my friend. My friend is more or less shut down. She just pulls out her phone and starts scrolling, which gets a mean look from the DM. I interject, "Does my character see any of this?" The DM says, "Roll persuasion." I roll a 20. The DM says, "You see the bard and the rogue go behind the bar to get freaky." Everybody at the table, except for me and my friend, laugh at how he says the word freaky. I say, "I go over to them and pin the rogue against the wall." The edgelord looks at me. "Getting a little jealous there, Orky Orkerson." He played a racist character a bit too well, and at some point even asked the DM what the world's version of the N-word for orcs was, which is what he called me, but I forget what it was. The DM tells me to roll strength with disadvantage since I'm drunk. My friend asks, "Wouldn't he get a constitution save to see if he's actually drunk before then?" The DM sighs, gives me the chance to roll a constitution save, and it was over 20 after bonuses. Strength was over 20 as well. Half-orc barbarians are kinda made for this. DM, defeated, says, "You successfully throw him into the wall." And I say to the edgelord, in character, "Are you cheating on me?" The edgelord says, "What?" I keep going, "This whole time we've had a thing, and now you run off to be with her?" Edgelord, both in character and out of character, says that he doesn't know what I'm talking about, and that he's definitely not gay. I just keep going. "What about all those things you killed for me? They write epic love poems in my culture about that kind of stuff." There's a few exchanges where he tries to prove he's not gay, but my orc twists it into something a barbaric orc would think is cute. My friend says, "I turn and leave them to their lover's quarrel." The DM looks at me and says, "I think that's enough." To which I say, "I thought it was just the dice and the players who decided." The DM doesn't really know how to respond to that, and I say, "I take off my pants." I proceed to say everything the edgelord just said about what his character was doing to my friend. My friend is giggling her ass off, and dwarf and edgelord just leave the table in a sour mood. DM packs up as I'm still elaborating, and the game ends prematurely. It was worth it, since we would have left soon anyway because of that incident, but it was nice to turn the tables on that guy. Too long didn't read, player tried to rape my friend's character, and I raped him instead. So, just let me go on record before I say anything about what I think about this story, as saying that rape is bad, no matter who the victim is, and no one deserves it, even fictional characters. That said, this is really, really funny. I especially like the mental image of the DM putting away all his books and the players gathering up all of their papers and putting it into their binders and sulking their way out the front door, and all the while the half-orcs player just continues to pump out all of this imagery of what he's doing to the tiefling rogue as everybody is trying to leave. That's really funny. But remember, rape is bad. No one deserves rape. Just so we're clear.